out looking for the perfect role model. So about 4 years ago when I came to this job, which by far is the most demanding job in my career, I set out to find the exact woman like me who I could turn to as a role model. Somebody who had a bunch of kids, was married to someone who worked full-time, and she too worked full-time at a fast-paced company, was some sort of senior manager and somehow making it. And she could kind of hold me and tell me it was going to be okay. And I spent a good year looking for this person and, surprise, did not find her. And what I did realize was I was not going to find her. I was going to have to become her, and I was going to have to do it by finding, instead of role models, peer models. Other women like me, working full-time, bunch of kids at home, juggling the marriage, the kids, the job, full-time husband, and just figuring it out alongside friends, colleagues, other women, supportive men. And the fact is, looking back, I think stopping to look for role models and finding the people around me who could support me has been the right decision. No one can tell you what balance looks like. Some months are really hard, some months are better. Balance is a myth and everyone is just winging it. Sometimes your marriage is going to win, sometimes your kids will win, but most often your job will probably win. I think it's important to realize that no two people have the same notion of balance, and the fact is, I don't think it even really exists. And we all have our priorities. We're all going to choose what we're doing right now, and it's totally okay. Burnout is real if you don't take care of yourself. I'm one of those people who has to keep moving, otherwise the whole system breaks down. So if you're anything like me, you probably know that taking breaks is essential before you end up in the breakdown, but you probably don't. Recently I went through a really intense period at work, a few months, where we had a really big project, and by the time it was over, I knew it was pretty bad because I was bringing work home with me more than I even do usually. And so I knew that it was time to take a break. Luckily, I have a partner who knew it even more than I did and encouraged me to take a break. What I would say is it's really important to kind of talk to yourself, just listen to yourself and know that it's too much. And even if you're afraid to take a break because you think it's all going to end, you have to just take that 5 minutes, take a shower, breathe, read a book, go for a run, but take the 5 minutes to just stop and talk to yourself and figure out if it's time to take a longer break.
If you're going to make this work, you need an incredibly supportive partner. So my husband and I both work full-time. We split everything, responsibilities at home, working late hours at work, picking up the kids, taking them to the doctor, and the fact is that we're totally together to completely crush it. I think it's really important to find yourself a partner like that who is not only in words supportive of women having careers and doing what they want, but the fact is that anyone and everyone should be able to be ambitious, strive for the type of career they want, and make it work with each other. There's actually a lot of guys out there like this. I don't think we women have to take the load completely on ourselves all the time. There's this stereotype we've grown up and lived by, but we need to start unloading on our partners and our support system. I think that you'll find that the partner you're with or the guys with you at work or friends can be just as supportive, and if you kind of open up your eyes a little bit, you'll see it's actually more common than you think. And it's one of the only ways that we will be able to move forward and make a difference. Your kids will be okay, but you have to know when to turn off of work. So my kids have no idea what I do, but they know that I go out to work every day, I work a lot, and it's part of my life. In fact, they definitely tell me when I'm working too much, which I think is a good thing. I think self-awareness is really important for us, for the kids, and to be able to admit it. So I'm actually really happy when they remind me that I'm working too much or I need to pay attention to them, because it keeps me kind of on track to make sure that I am setting aside the time for them. And I do think that while I don't believe I need to be with them 100% of the time, I do think that while I'm with them in that special quality time, I'm there 100%. So turning off the phone or shutting the computer, that's the hard part, but that's the hard work I think we need to be doing. The other day I was thinking, if I had never had kids, what would I be like as a career person? And I think the answer is I probably would have gotten really lost in my career. I'm definitely a workaholic, and I think that having my kids gives me a whole other side to myself. There's another context to live that is, hello. There is another context to Liz that is not just career or just kids, but I've got a lot of stuff going on, so I'm happy to be a part of all these different things in my life. And the biggest thing is that I think we're ambitious, but we're ambitious about our work and we're ambitious about our kids, and it's fine. And I think that we have to always remember that there's a lot to us, a lot of context to all of us, and it's okay to be fully you in any given moment.